This one's called Drugged on War. I wrote this after a Ronald Reagan press conference 3 years ago. I listened to Gipper. Thought I'd missed something. Then read the New York Times the next day, hoping, double-checking for the commitment in this here war on drugs to defund the Contras, those freedom-loving condo developers, those freedom-loving Peugeot dealers of Islamabad. And if you can imagine my surprise when such promises weren't forthcoming, then your imagination is quite good to think that we could ever expect good fruit from rotten trees once strong enough to suspend lynched bodies. No, I wasn't surprised. I only come from a most highly unrealistic people who don't believe in miracles yet have the courage to expect them. Such as we expect the Gipper to keep his mother and mouth shut when our sisters, our mamas, our nanas, and all brothers of goodwill take history into the hands that built the country and rid our streets of the pushers, johns, and traitors, even as the comrades in Managua and Kabul take the source of our affliction off the face of the earth and cause Gipper to experience cold turkey coming home to roost one more historic time. This poem is called Funk, F-U-N-Q-U-E. I couldn't get off a poem to save my life these past times. Neither Delbert in monk-like thought, nor Ricardo in world-class corazon for all of us, and rib-cracking to boot, could move me to write anything new, though God knows much went through my head in these past months, these past days. Too much misplaced self-guilt about not caring enough, caring too much in variations on all that. Perhaps even too much misplaced anger, not enough for the deserving, too much for those loved but who have taken themselves to catching the always departing on-schedule flights from reality. I who would blow such paper airplanes from the sky with verbal SAM missiles know not when to send rescue crews. Strange my paralysis, strange my reflexes, strange the rhythms of my lack of heart. This one's called Exhortation. And it's for a number of women who I've heard write poetry and read poetry over the last few months. Write and tell the story of the 10 million sisters who died at the hands of those who couldn't stand their ways of healing and loving, of nurturing and leading. Write and tell the story of women, real and imagined, who knew how to be passionate for those who only knew how to be classical cases of manhood. Write and tell the story of how it's all right to tell the truth, that sisterhood is powerful only when the truth is told of sisterhood's humanity. Write and tell the story of the high stakes that need not become devalued, of the victories that need not be celebrated with beverage and food, leaving bitter taste to be savored in full by all those who come after us. I guess this one, in the sense, is a reply to the one read earlier by Lori. So it's a little bit shorter. It's called To Deng Xiaoping and His Gang of Warlords, and it's dedicated to all those who have ever died or suffered at the hands of Maoism. It's as though you think that 5,000 years of struggle can be obliterated by murder, canceled by jailing, forgotten by forcing people by the millions to lie about themselves and pretend that they just never experienced what you just put them through. It's as though you forget that better than you have tried before to beat and chase away the needs of the people. It's as though you defy the verdict of history's red dawn and cry foul at the withdrawal of the mandate of heaven. It's as though you insist that madness before destruction by the gods is only to be found in a Western tradition, or better still, a Western movie where people like you wear Jimmy Carter gift Texas cowboy hats, the kind given you shortly before the Vietnamese reminded you of the true meaning of the word showdown. It's as though you've forgotten the true sound of one line of bullshit talking to itself. It's as though you've betrayed your own history of asking this question while being caned by masters long dead, long gone. It's as though you've yet to face those who know what to do with the politically correct whom they meet on the road. And finally, a poem called Writing. Words never do come to mind at a convenient moment. There are no perfectly best times for planting seeds for the harvest of feelings, convictions, emotions welling up, waiting to sprout buds and then flowers. The moment must be captured, the word made clear in the mind while making its way down the nerves of your arm, down to the hand gripping for dear life to the pen that writes. But you have to move quick. Your mind must be on its feet, or else what you're thinking will have been something profoundly not written. The subject of a funeral where eulogies are given about might-have-beens and how tragic they didn't become. And so I take out a piece of paper and my pen as I sit at a table drinking this whim's cup of exotic coffee at all the cafe gringos of the world, and keep still for 5 minutes, or maybe 5 hours, wondering just what I'll do next to break the grip of lethargy that set in after a long spurt of non-stop writing. Being so much afraid that to stop means to finish for a time, and then, when will I pick up again? You see, a pen is like a piece. And those who go to war know that you never ever pick up a piece unless you're going to use it. Thank you.
Gary Hicks.